Hey guys, thanks for checking in here at the Sixth Gear Garage. I'm out here working on my $50 Toyota, which you saw in an earlier video. I'm getting it all parted out. I went to stock and show you how easy it is to remove the rear glass from one of these trucks using some simple tools, which you probably already have. So I've got this truck stripped down to the point where there's pretty much nothing left of value. Interior is completely stripped. And the last thing I want to pull out of this truck is the rear glass. Unlike the front windshield, the rear window is simply held in by a rubber gasket. There's no kind of sealant or anything involved. So really all you need to do is kind of get it started and simply pry it out. And the same goes for these rear extra cab windows on the extra cab pickups. Now I'm sure there are professional tools out there for removing the rear glass. However, I've always gotten by using scrapers. Now you want to be careful that your tip isn't too sharp because you can actually damage the rubber gasket. On these two bigger ones here, I actually put a couple layers of duct tape over the edge just to be sure that I don't cut through the rubber. I like to start with a smaller scraper. You can even use a flathead if you're really careful, preferably a wire one, but this just helps you get under the rubber piece easier to begin with. And you can see right there, once I've lifted up, that is the edge that you're going to have to push this rubber gasket over in order to pull the rear window out. Now I've got it lifted up, I'm going to come back in with the bigger one. And just like that. So I'm just going to leave that there. It's going to hold itself in place. Now, I'm going to want to push this out from the inside, so I'm also going to need to focus on getting this edge here started. And really, once you get this corner and this corner started, the rest goes pretty easy. So I'm just going to go under the corner here a little bit, and lift it up. I think it sounds like an old mattress. All right, here we go. And now I'm just using my hand, my thumb, to kind of pry the side down. Now, I'm just gonna push. Now as I'm pushing from the inside, the whole glass with the gasket is gonna start to move towards the outside. And once you kind of get this going on, this is kind of like, this is your way in here. You can start to use your tools to pry from the outside as well. So now I'm pushing from the inside and prying on the outside. And now I can actually see a little bit of the inside of the cab. Now you don't want to get too aggressive and try and do this too much at once because you can cause some damage. But once you get the scraper pushed all the way through, you're good. Now go ahead and repeat farther down with the next scraper. And I initially focused on getting this bottom corner to pop out first, but this top corner here is kind of starting to come out more on its own, so I'm just going to change my plan and focus on this top corner. So here's a close-up of what I've got so far. And you can see here on the inside, the gasket started to pull itself over the seam. So now what I'm going to do is, from the inside, do this with my thumb and help push it over the seam while I'm pushing outward on the glass. Now you can really see how far away the glass has come from the cab. And what you do is you just kind of stick your scraper in, and that's going to give you enough pressure that when you go on the inside and pull this down with your finger or your thumb, it's going to automatically kind of pull it through. And you just kind of keep repeating that all the way down. I'm halfway done now, and you can see the window is getting close to being ready to pop out. It's to the point now where I don't really even need the scraper anymore. I got a stubborn spot right here. So I am going to have to go back inside and help it a little bit. Just as I did before, I'm just pulling down that rubber gasket with my 2 fingers. Okay, I'm getting to the top corner now, which is always a little bit tighter than the straight areas. And this is about ready to be free. And here we go. And as you can see, as I came around the corner here, I just kept pulling down. There was a little bit of a sealant or a glue of some sort in there. And then I'm down to the bottom. And this glass is ready to come out. There you go. Thanks for watching, guys. Hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you here again soon at the 6th Gear Garage.